Good afternoon, Aries and fellow cross watchers. Welcome to my channel. This is Inner Knowing Messages Tarot. Thank you all for being here. Today I shall be doing your monthly May reading 2026. So let's get to it. So this is a collective reading. It is not a personal reading. So if energy does not relate to you, don't get stressed over it and get all arsey. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be, right? So please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So today, I've decided to change it up a little, as I like to. And what I'm doing is I'm doing two traditional tarot cards, which is the Rider-Waite style. Then I'm going to do at least two healing cards here. Oops, which is a new deck of cards that I recently used in my love reading. If you haven't seen that, guys, check it out. It's there on my channel. I posted it a couple of days ago. And yeah, some interesting reads. Okay, so we're still going to use the angel number cards as well because they have great messages on. Very useful indeed. Helps put things in perspective. And of course, my reading would never be the same unless, oopsie-daisy, unless I had, I'll take that one, my cup of tea. So my cup of tea is here. Cheers, everyone. Yahida. And for those that are wondering what I just said, Yahida is Welsh for good health. Okay. So tell me, are you a tea drinker or a coffee drinker? Please let me know. Ultimately, mine is tea. I've been drinking tea since I was about, I don't know, a toddler. So 15, 16 months old upwards. Always had tea every day through my life. So it's just the way it is. I like to drink what's sort of classed, I think, as a English style tea. So it's basically, I like to drink Yorkshire tea bags. What's your favorite? What do you like to use? And I like to use milk, but not too much. I like it strong, no sugar. I gave up sugar 14 years ago in my tea, so I no longer have sugar. I'm sweet enough, baby. Right, and I've got some lovely fortune oracle cards here just to sort of mention as well, in case you're wondering what I'm shuffling. These are great little cards with lovely little messages on them, so it's always nice to include them. So yeah, in the comments, guys, let me know, are you a tea drinker, a coffee drinker? When do you drink it and how often? Is it your go-to? Do you like drinking fruit teas, herbal teas? I do like a peppermint and green tea. I love that, drinking that tea. It's quite refreshing and good for your tummy at the same time. So yeah, let me know. Okie dokie. So we start off with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So the Four of Cups here, it's about, oh, excuse me. It's about regret and refusing offers. It's about missed opportunities and stagnation, feeling like you're stuck and you can't move, you just don't know where to go. It's feeling delusional. You're focusing on the negative instead of thinking about options and what could be out there for you. It's about self-absorption, depression, boredom, nostalgia, and remorse. But the thing is here, this actual cup here is being handed to this person from the gift of God. But because this person is so downtrodden on their luck, they're not really looking properly. They can't see. Their eyes aren't actually open. They might be open, but they do not see what's in front of them because they're so tied up in their mental state. But this opportunity here could change it for them big time. But they've got to learn to take what's there that's been offered to them. This is going to be like a blessing in disguise. But of course, they need to be able to snap out of it. Easier said than done, guys. It's horrible when you're suffering and your head is not in a good place. Believe me, I've been there. It's horrible. But I hope that you are getting through whatever it is if you are going through something quite difficult. And for all the ladies out there going through peri and menopause, I am going through menopause myself. I'm on HRT. And that can mess up with your head as well because your emotions, your hormones, everything is out of sync. You're not yourself anymore. I do also have a YouTube channel called Freedom Over 40. You will find me over there where I talk about hormones, mental health, things to do with menopause. So I've been on that channel now for about 10 months. So please come and find me on there if you want to come and discuss about menopause and things. Anyway, Seven of Cups. We have Seven of Cups is a bit of a mix. It's like a mixed bag. It's like a, if you know, like a pick a mix, what I mean by that. So you would have like a big bag of sweets, and inside that bag of sweets, it could be a variety of things. Like you might have your cola bottles, and you might have your sherbet saucers, flying saucers, and your white chocolate mice, and then you might have chocolate peanuts and laces and all sorts of things. But sometimes in pick and mixes there's always a sweet that you don't like. It's like having a bag of Revels where there's always a coffee one. Now not everybody liked the coffee chocolate sweet in a bag of Revels, but you never knew what sweet you were going to have because it was a mixed bag. They all looked the same. And it is kind of that feeling here for me with the Seven of Cups, because some of the cups here are brilliant. There's variety, there's options, there's choice, but some of them are not so good as in a cup to take, and it's a bit of a risk. So this card here is saying about there's lots of options, there's wholeness, there's multiple possibilities. It's about picking something and, choosing and making the right decision. It's about feeling a little bit procrastinated because you just don't know which way to go. You're unsure what is the best fit for you, what is the best choice or option for you. And it's also about illusion and wishful thinking, imagination and hallucinations. So you need to think clearly before you take the next step, before you decide to take the next career path, study, travel, whatever it is. Think about it wisely. Write down the pros and cons first before you make a decision, before you jump in. I hope that will help you there. Okay, so these two cards are energy cards. And this one is about attention, and this one is about inner work. So the attention card says, I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I affirm, brave, and I'm hardworking. So there is a bit of a positive spin there with that card. It's about where you put your attention. What does it say? Where energy goes, where you put your attention, that's what then basically progresses or grows. So it's about thinking wisely, choosing your options, because you don't want to attract bad. You only want the good, right? So that's how I would see that card there. And then you have inner work. It says, God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts towards the light and see the positive side of my every stage of my life. Darkness turns into courage. Thus, I get stronger. Okay. It's about having belief in yourself, not being afraid to try something new. It's not always doing the status quo, what everyone else is doing, and following, the rest of the group of people that you know. How about doing what you want to do and what you feel called to do, what your passions are, what lights you up inside? And then we have 1331 and 0440. So the first one is 1331, and this is good fortune. It says advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Oh, I think that ties in lovely with the Seven of Cups, because it's about having all those choices, isn't it? And it's being in line, and aligned to whatever it is you feel is right for you, and if that option is there for you, you know. This one, which is brilliant because this also ties in with it so well, 0440 is about your gut feeling. It's your intuition. Okay, it's about the betrayals that you've had in the past and permissions. It's about relating to yourself, your value, your insight, increased perception, love, and monogamy. It says, follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. I'm not judging anyone, guys, but if you're, on the side piece of someone and they're married or in a relationship with someone, your decision, of course, but somebody always ends up getting hurt. That's all I'm going to say on that one. And I've been the receiving end of someone cheating on me, and it's happened more than once. It's never nice, guys. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. That's all I'm going to say on that one there. So just be careful, okay? Then we have 2 cards here. One says ship and one says key on a ring. So the ship card says cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression, and arriving. So it's about taking a new chapter, going, stepping into a new chapter, going in a new direction. You've made that decision now from the 7 of Cups, you're stepping forward, all steam ahead. You're going in a new direction. You could also be traveling. You might be relocating. You might be emigrating. You might decide that you've always wanted to go and live and experience a certain place, town, country, whatever that is, a certain climate. Good luck, guys. That's all I can say to you. You're not going to know if you're going to enjoy it and if it's for you unless you try. Don't live with regrets. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Life is so short. Key on a ring says many options, unconditional, one night stand, and string along. So that to me is about the 3 is a crowd card. You remember when this one said here, karma's going to bite you in the ass if you play around, basically. So I hope you're not being played, and I hope you're not playing others, because it's never nice, guys. Don't do it. Trust me, it's really, really heartbreaking and devastating. But I hope that isn't the case. And stay away from people that portray that, because that energy is only going to rub off. And you want to be positive. You want to be able to move forward, step in the right direction and not be in such a negative, downturning type energy, okay? Then the last 2 cards we have Eagle. This has come up for the 3rd time. So Eagle, and we have Flowers, okay? So Eagle is all about you soaring towards your destiny. It's about greater clarity and strength. So it could be that you've experienced a loss or you've been betrayed. And through that learning, through that experience, as heartbreaking as it may have been, it's also now giving you the impetus to be able to move forward. It's being able to hold your chin up with pride, having that strength inside you and confidence that you can now move forward. You can make a fresh start, move on, and do your utmost to be able to, start a new chapter in your life. I'm not saying you're going to forget, but over time is certainly more of a healer. We never fully heal. We'll always have that little hurt that will always linger there somewhere along the line, but it will get easier. That's what I will say. You'll start to become more conditioned in your new way of living, new distractions, new people, new friends, new social whatevers, new work colleagues, travel buddies, whatever you end up doing. But with that, you will find that come 6 weeks, 6 months, you think, oh my God, I didn't think about that person like I used to every day. It just feels a little better. You feel a little lighter as well. So that's what I will say with that. And then the Flowers card, it says, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. So that's ending on a very positive spin there. And like all flowers, you have to start from somewhere. You start as a seed, you grow over time, you develop through all that time and attention. and then you finally start to grow, and then you become this beautiful bud, and then this bud becomes a beautiful flower when it finally opens up and it's ready to shine and face the light. And I definitely feel that this is now your time to step forward and pursue whatever it is you feel called to do, and just take self-care for yourself, okay? Easier said than done, I know, guys, but please look after yourself. Look out for others as well when you can. But ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup, so look after yourself first, and then if you're well enough to do so, then support others. Right, guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you for staying till the very end. I always appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. And I will be back again soon to do your mid-monthly reading. And if you haven't done so already, please could you give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for being here, Aries and Cross Watchers. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, and I shall be back again soon. Take care and stay blessed.